Hello, it's Alex from Push Square here with another live stream this week of Elite Dangerous, which came out on PlayStation 4 finally, after it being out on PC and Xbox One for probably a couple of years now, quite possibly. We got a copy from Frontier for our review, but obviously since servers went live on Tuesday, we've obviously got a long way to go before that's ready. But what we have got on the site, we've got a tips piece for beginners, and I'm going to do a live stream now of playing the game so you guys can get an idea of what it's about. And if you've been playing Elite and you've got some questions about certain aspects of the extremely steep learning curve this game has for new players, then I'd be happy to answer them. So feel free to fire them away in the chat. Let me know if the sound is a bit off. I can tweak the levels a bit, and we can, I guess, go on a galactic voyage and hopefully not get blown up by another player. Right, so I've put a few hours into it so far. I managed to get myself basically into a better ship from the Sidewinder you start with. So I'm in a Cobra Mark III, which I guess is the iconic Elite spaceship, which I guess you tend to see on the covers of the games in the past. I'm familiar with what you need to do in this game because I've played not a small amount of time on the Xbox One, but not a huge amount of time either. I'm somewhere in between, so I'm competent enough to, I guess, know what I'm doing, but not so good that you consider me a high-level player by any stretch of the imagination. It has been quite amusing because in the kind of more mature versions of Elite, the players are more spread out, but because everyone's been starting in the same sort of area, I've seen a lot more players this time, and everyone seems quite nice. No one's attacked me yet, so everyone seems to be in that early phase of learning the game rather than looking to blast everyone. And I've seen some quite comical attempts to land at space stations by players, because that's one of the trickier things you'll find if you play the game. The gaming nerd in the chat asked if it works well on consoles. I must have put 100 plus hours into the Xbox One version, and the PlayStation 4 version is for all intents and purposes exactly the same as the PC and Xbox version. And I think it works really well on consoles. It controls well with the controller. You don't need a HOTAS setup or any kind of snazzy joystick to get the most out of it. I've played it quite a bit on just using the controller, and it works really well on the PlayStation 4 controller, so it's going quite well so far. I'm playing on the PS4 Pro, so I've got it on. There's a couple of different settings you can have. So, in terms of graphics, you can have performance or quality. So let's put it to quality to get a better looking game. And if you don't know what Elite Dangerous is, essentially it's the next Elite game in a long line of games going back to the 80s. I mean, I can remember playing with my dad when I was a little one, and this one essentially is open-ended. There's no story. You get a ship to start with, a bit of money, and you're left to go, right, go, do what you want, make money. There's no kind of end game. There's no kind of right, wrong way of playing it. You're just sent out to kind of find your own way. And I guess that's why the game has such a steep learning curve, that for many, that open-endedness kind of leads them to flounder a bit, and they get a bit confused. I guess to show the scale of the game, if you look at the galaxy map, it will show you kind of how many stars there are to visit, and bottom line is you're not going to see a small fraction of them, even if you spent thousands of hours playing this game. So here I am there, and this is the galaxy, and you can fly all over it, but it'd take you an awful long amount of time to basically get there. This area down here is called the bubbles. This is where our solar system is, and where the kind of the main habited systems are, but you can head out into the depths of space. There's another place where the colonisation is happening called Colonia, and I think it's over here somewhere, but I've never been there because apparently it takes weeks to fly out there, and who's got time for that? So here we are. You can see there's some stuff going up here. I think there's an engineer I'm invited to, and some bookmark. There's some community goals, which are the ones in yellow. A red is a ship I've got stored, and a green one is a friend of mine. So clearly on my friends list it's been popular. Well, it's not really been. So anyway, so that gives you a good idea of kind of how many systems there are to see. Right, where were they? So, okay, we'll get back out. We'll find something to do. As I said, I'm in a Cobra Mark III, which is a bit of a better ship than you start with, which is Sidewinder. I'm nearly ranked up in combat rating from Harmless, which is the bottom ranking, so I've been doing some bounty hunting, which is good money. I've got about 577,000, which is decent. You start with 1,000, but I've blown a lot on this ship, so better to find a mission, find something to do, let's make a bit more money. Ride Gateway. Right, I can actually probably best show you the ship I've got, give you a bit of a better idea. So these are the sort of ones you can buy, that's not the one, it's the outfitting I want. That's it. So here's my ship. So you can basically customise everything from the hard points, change weapons out, utility mounts for stuff like, I think it's like chaff launchers, ECMs, heat sinks, shield bits. There's loads of stuff you can put on your ships, and it can take a long time to kind of get one up to the kind of full amount. Because if you look at kind of my core systems, I've got a C class there, but mainly E class, C class tanner, which means I've got a very low quality parts. So a frame shift drive could really do with oh, don't do that. I want to browse the shop. You know, 4E, I want a sort of 4 something better, so I want the same size. So 4D, that'd give me better speed and kind of better jump range at the bottom, but it cost me 60k. That's actually not too bad, that might be worthwhile. The 4C, increase it further. No, let's leave that for now, we're going to make some more money. So you've got commodities market, you can trade stuff, mission boards, passenger lounge where you can convert your ship to basically just ferry passengers around on sightseeing tours. Crew you can hire for ships that kind of take more than one crew member, and just various other bits and pieces. So let's just see if there's anything on the mission board we can do. The Gaming Nerd asks if you can get this on disc. Yes, you can. It is available via digital download, but also disc versions, which is a nice one. That looks like quite good ones. Delivering some bio-waste to Ross 860, which is 13.05 light years away. Let's see if there's anything that pays similar amounts. 140. Oh, I could probably stack those. Actually, I could probably stack those two if I get a... Yeah. That'd be a good one if we can mine, but I'm not set up for mining yet. Let's see if I can expand my... I need 12 cargo bays. Or 12 tons of cargo capacity to take those two missions. But if I can stack both those going to the same place, then I can... I've got space, I've got an empty compartment, so I've got... Oh, I've already got 16, so I've got more than enough cargo space already. Sounds like a plan. Let's do that. Like I said, it's quite a big learning curve, so if anyone who's playing it has any questions for me, I can do my best to help you. There it is. There's 4 units. Oh, I could probably get... God, it's all going to that system. God, they're moving some bio-waste, aren't they? Now, I guess if bio-waste is that... Like, am I just a sewage truck at this point? Take that one. Take that one. Oh, this is where I've made a bit of a mistake here. Hopefully I may have to upgrade my drive if I've... Oh no, I'm not got enough cargo space for that one. 6. Well, that's one. Let's check I can actually get there with what I've done. 4, 6. Oh, I know why I haven't got enough, because I've got some... Yeah, I got some insulating membrane. Let's just flog that. We don't need that. Let's sell it on the commodity market. I got it for free, so it's pure profit. So where is it? Oh, it's not a place. Give me the place it doesn't buy. There it is. There we go. Search for 31k. Now I can take that mission and find out that I can't actually get there because I've loaded down my ship too much. Wasn't that one, was it? It was this guy. That guy? Oh, has that changed? I bet you someone just took that mission. If anyone else is going to that Ross system. That's Ross 755. Nope. Oh well, I missed it. See. So you gotta be quick. Someone in the chat was for the win asked, this isn't another No Man's Sky. No, it's a more kind of hardcore space sim. I've kind of had a conversation the past few days with people about No Man's Sky, and my view was that it kind of held your hand a bit too much, and you know, you couldn't really crash into anything. It was hard to kind of. It felt like it was all a little bit out of your hands. Oh, that's good. I can get there. That's fine. So it's just like 2 jumps, so not far at all. So yeah, in my view, this is much better than No Man's Sky. You can't get out of your ship. You can drive around an SRV if you've got one equipped, and we'll probably have a look at that later. I'll equip one of those, and we can go down to a planet and see what that looks like as well. But yeah, so okay, so there we go. I'm ready to go. I've got a couple of missions delivering bio-waste to Ross 860. And let's see what. Let's have a look at. I've got a little tool I use to kind of find. So I buy from this system. Where am I now? Apparently bio-waste is the best thing to run for profit to that thing. So if I stock up with more bio-waste, that might be a... Let's see. This may be a mistake if I can't get there. Because you have to replot once you put more cargo in, because the heavier you are, the more it could affect whether you can actually make the jump range. No, we're still alright. That's good. Right, let's get on the road. There's enough talking. The game had asked if, with the game not having any kind of ultimate story, does it feel a bit empty? No, because it's about getting together with players and finding other things to do. Like it's about the stories you make for yourself. You know, that time you tried to land on a high G world and end up scattering parts of your ship across the planet. It's all that sort of thing, and they're the things that really make this game. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Detach is good. Observe queuing system when exiting the station.
Sod queuing, I'm going out whether someone's coming or not. Out we go. This is a nervous bit because I don't want to make a complete tool of myself. There we go, we're out. There's the planet this station's orbiting around. And the sun, that's quite a cool vista there. Doesn't look like there's any other players. You can see other players in the scanner at the bottom. They're kind of hollow icons. Anything that's filled in that's orange is kind of an NPC. So we are going. First jump point is. There we go. We're locked onto it. Let's orientate ourselves for the jump. There we go. We're out of the mass lock field of the station. Let's jump. Hello to Carl in the chat. Thanks for joining me as ever on another live stream, this time of Elite Dangerous, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. always think a game like this needs a good hyperspace animation, and I do enjoy the one it's got in this game. Just don't ever fall asleep when hyperspacing if you're playing late at night, because you'll end up going into a sun like that. So there's jump 1. We've got a couple of players here, so we can target them. We've got Commander Bodular Functions is harmless, and he's jumped out. So if we had a wake scanner, we could find out where he's going, follow him, maybe try and blow him up. But we don't want to do that because we're nice. Alright, so I've deselected my next jump point. We want to go to Ross, lock and engage. Fortunately, there's only a short jump to make this money, so it's going to be quite profitable there, probably 10 minutes or so. And here we are. So this is the system we're in. We've got to deliver these somewhere. So where's the mission icon? So we go into Wedge Hub and we go to Sullivan Port. So one's 49.3 light seconds, one's 67. So I guess Wedge Hub is the first port of call. So when you drop out of hyperspace, you're in Super Cruise, which is still moving at faster than light speeds. But you can drop out of Super Cruise if you're slow enough and into kind of just normal flight. So let's have a look at the system and get a bit of an idea of what's actually here. Strike in the chat asks if you can fly into a black hole. You can. There are black holes in the game. There's all sorts of cosmic phenomena. I don't know where there is one. There's kind of guides you can find them, but I think you have to go searching for them. So you can see we've got a couple of stars here. There's a couple of planets, an icy body, an asteroid field where we could do some mining, some planets we could land on, and the 2 stations we're going to be visiting. So looks like I've got all the data for this system, so I can't get any exploration data by scanning the various points of it. But yeah, so let's head where we're going and hope someone doesn't try and intercept us. So in Super Cruise, you've got to try, if you look in the left, you've got to, when you get close, you've got to get your distance and speed into the blue, and then you can drop out at the correct point. So it's about kind of managing your speed. Generally keep it in the blue and the throttle, which is just the right of the scanner, and you can't go far wrong. Though there is the loop of shame as you completely hopelessly overshoot your target and have to go all the way back round again and try from the other side. Shows that. There we go. So it's about here. So you can see the marks are moving down to the blue area. I find it best to come at it from the kind of with the body it's orbiting behind you, because that generally orientates you with the slot to the station. So we've got an Earth-like world. Can't land on this sort of world, unfortunately. It's only barren worlds, but you know it's still fun all the same. And we'll come around and dock at Wedge Hub. Speed up a little bit. Oh, I've got a message. What was the message? Invitation. You're invited to visit my base and learn how I can help get the most out of your weapons. Right, so that's the first engineer I've unlocked. So they basically help you craft better parts, and they can basically supercharge the stuff you've got. So they're well worth doing, but they're kind of part of Horizons. Oh, here we go. Safe to disengage. In we come. If you're going over 100, I don't know what the unit measure of speed is in this. I probably should know that. If you're over 100, that's classed as speeding, and if you hit someone, you'll get a fine. So let's request docking. Can't yet, I'm too far away.
Request approved.
Don't I have? There we go.
Landing pad 16.
So landing pad 16. This is the bit that most people struggle with when they first start playing it. And having said that, I'm probably going to absolutely flub this now and have a bit of a nightmare. But it's quite tricky. You have to align with the slot and kind of keep your rotation in check and avoid other ships. And I think a lot of people bounce off quite a lot when they first try it. I think if in the chat's asking about the black hole again. I think if you fly into it, I think you end up getting destroyed for obvious reasons. The gravitational forces in there, I guess, would tear you apart.
Advise, traffic restrictions are in place. Maintain safe separation.
So if you always come in on the side with the green lights. Oh, we have another player in front of us and above us. They're probably going to try and come out on the same side of us, looking at it. Yeah, here they come. So they want landing pad 16. Where's 16? Can't see 16. Oh, it's probably behind us. I hate when that happens. Slow down. Go for 16. Yes, of course, there. Is that it? That's 16, or is that 13? And that's 16. So yeah, I hate when it's right up against a slot like that. You have to. It messes up my smooth landing where I just come in and put it down. Do the very slow yaw in this. I read that they didn't want it kind of to be too quick because it would turn your ship into basically a turret in space, and they didn't want that. So to spin around like this takes forever. It's probably the easiest way to get yourself back the right way around to land on the docking pad. Right, let's back it up, bring it down. There's the pad. Switch to that. Go across. There we go. There we go. Let's get it lined up. There we go. Oh no, bounced it. There we go. So the winner asked if this was an upgrade of an older version of the game. Basically, it's an entirely new game. But it takes the principles of the earlier Elite games and just takes it to a much greater level, obviously with other players in the world as well. So there we are, let's hand in the mission, get paid. So there's my... So there's a big kind of background simulation going on with all these different factions, and what you do affects how they kind of move across the galaxy and kind of control worlds. So by doing things you can affect certain groups. So you can see I've helped one group, but then I've basically harmed another one. It's not overly something you need to kind of worry about too much, but it's just a nice little extra. Probably assassination mission is probably a bit too much for me. Yeah, it's above my my current combat ranking, but we'll have a look at some combat in a bit. So that's that dropped off. Let's go and do the next one. Strike in the chat asks what's the differences between the standard and deluxe versions of the game. The difference is the Horizons expansion, which is the planetary landings, I think the engineers and a couple of other bits. The base game, the 20 quid version, just gets you the standard without that bit, but then the £40 version gets you the whole lot, so all the content that's been released to date, and the rest of the kind of the Horizons expansion coming out. So I think it's worth it, worth the extra, because it adds kind of passenger missions, planetary landings, and a few other bits and pieces. So I think it's worth it. But if you're on the fence about it, probably best to get the first version, because you can upgrade to Horizons afterwards and not have to do it straight away. So it's a good way to dip your toe in the Elite universe without drowning yourself, I guess. Right, so let's get out and go to the next delivery point. And then we'll do a bit of bounty hunting in this system. Should probably best if I just check there's no one above me before I go up.
Landing successful. Systems offline.
Right, so is there anyone? There's a few people behind me.
Clear for egress.
Probably alright to go. I mean, I've seen people fly in through these slots at a very fast speed and still land it without any issue, but I always slow and steady wins the day, that's what I always say. There we go, and we're out. Avoid that ship. Where's the next station we were going to for the mission? It was... Yeah, so you get scanned by the security services, and if you're carrying illegal cargo you get into trouble. But if you can run silent, turn all your systems off and just shoot through the slot and avoid getting scanned to get it into the black markets. So that's cool, that's quite cool. Right, landing gear up. Yeah, there's quite a cool camera suite as well you can use to take kind of pictures. So yeah, you can set some nice little shots of your exploits, of your flying. Can even get into. Hello, there I am. I think it was the back. I think there's that. There I am in my ship. The little character creator. There's also multi-crew, so I could have another player come and help fly the ship with me if I wanted to. In the other chair there. Oops, don't want to do that. That was a boost. Carl in the chat points out this screen tearing, yeah, and that's one of the kind of the issues we've found with the PlayStation 4 version. Ironically, it isn't on the Xbox One. There's quite a bit of screen tearing, even on the PS4 Pro. No word on it getting fixed. Frontier are aware of it according to their forums, but I guess we'll have to see what they do. I've found it really distracting to begin with, but I've kind of got used to it, so I'm able to see past it. Daza says in the chat, is there PSVR support? No, there isn't. There isn't at this point. As been pointed out by a couple of other people in the chat, it does have support on PC for VR, so I guess there's a possibility down the line that it will get added in. But that'd be pretty cool. I'd like to play some VR. Be able to look around like this, just independently, would be pretty cool, in my opinion. But you might never see me again. I might be stuck playing Elite for the rest of my life, like it's my only life. So, I mean, anyone in the chat, if you've got Elite, are you enjoying it? Are you really struggling with the learning process of how to fly and dock and all that sort of thing? Because I say I wrote a piece on some tips for beginners over on pushsquare.com, so if you need some help, you can head over there and look at that. But some people in the comments were really struggling to kind of get over that initial hump, and you know, I feel I really do, because when I first started playing it, I really struggled, and this game is more streamlined than it was when I first started playing it on the Xbox One. So Yeah, let me know what you're thinking about it. You know, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts, because we've got 20 seconds before we reach Sullivan Port. Hello to SKC Diamond in the chat. Long time no see. It's been not been a while since we last did a live stream, so welcome. It's good to see you again, as ever. Anyway, I'm hoping to get back on the live stream, kick a bit better now of E3's out of the way. Holiday season is gone. I've had my break. So I'm looking at doing probably, and this is kind of direct result of E3, a playthrough of Wolfenstein The New Order, because they're seeing the new Colossus at E3. Kind of videos of that really made me remember how much I like that game and want to kind of give it another go before the sequel comes out. Once again, I'll come in, kind of loop around to get myself orientated to the docking slot, which I said always seems to be pointing towards the planet, which I guess would make sense because most traffic would probably come from the planet for the station. Nearly there. It's another mega mile. Here we are. Strike in the chat, as you can find life on planets. They're pretty much barren, though. Obviously, if you've been following the kind of goings on Elite, there's a threat popping up in the galaxy of Thargoids, aliens who have been pulling players out of witch space, which is hyperspace to you and I, and scanning them. They seem to have not attacked anyone, but there's kind of various discoveries by players of these mysterious barnacles on planets that look like they're alive. And obviously the tease to E3 was the promise that the Thargoids are going to make an appearance and, a protracted appearance, and they're not going to be very happy about something. Who knows what? Because they're aliens after all. Oh, making a mistake here. Stop. See, that's all the talking. Don't try and go in without requesting docking permission, because you'll get blasted. Just got bio-waste, governor. Don't mind me. I'm hauling crap around the universe. 21, a bit better location now. Oh, that was really, really nice. I was getting a bit cocky then. I thought I got it down in one. Well, I know what they say. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Right, so mission board. There we go. So we got some money, and we also got some cargo to sell. We've all got the bio waste to get rid of as well. Let's just sell a lot of it. I don't want to carry any stuff around weighing me down. There's the modular terminals. Extra 4k for my trouble. And the bio waste, which I'm not going to make very much on at all. Ooh! 360 credit profit. Brilliant. Right home about that one. Oh, I got a message. What's the message? Oh, a promotion to dealer. So My trade rank is now up to dealer. Cool. What's this? Nothing really of interest there. If we want to refuel, I know what we'll do. We're going to outfit the ship with a landing craft, so we can go out on the surface of a planet. I just spotted bounty hunting before that. I might even try and kill another player. So I think we've got space for a planetary vehicle hangar. Jobs are good in. Reduce my jump range a bit having it, but hey. Put that in. And I want a vehicle as well. 5k for Scarab. There we go, we're kitted, we've got stuff for planetary landings. You can change bits about your ship and your Scarab, so you can change decals. So now I've got, I can have my dealer icon. You can change your ship's name, ship ID number. You can add nameplates, but they have to buy those, are extras. You can change the paint jobs. The deluxe version on the PSN store gave you some skins for the Cobra, so let's go marine blue as a bit of a change. You can put bobbleheads on your dashboard in various places. You can add spoilers, wings, tails, bumpers. There's just loads of customization options to make your ship stand out from the crowd. Right, let's see if is there a res site here, which is basically a good place to hunt for bounties. No, doesn't look like there is. I thought the nav beacon's probably my best bet for some killing action. Right, it's a shame no res site. You would have thought it would be with an asteroid belt there. But hey ho. Let's go. Right, actually, see if I can. Missing some of my usual stuff I've usually put on my Cobra. Got 2 hard points here that I've not put anything on. It's got gimbal pulse lasers, so we can better versions of these. And they don't sell any here. Brilliant. So not getting them. Let's see if I can. You should put multi-cannons on this. Yeah, let's put a couple of multi-cannons on. They're good for doing in the hull once you've got the shields down. The only downside to them on the Cobra is that because they're under your craft, you've got to get your attack vector right, or they won't fire because it'd been shooting through your own craft, which you don't want to do. Oh, they're fixed as well. Oh well, better than nothing. Utility maps could get a kill warrant scanner. Let's put a chaff launcher on. That's good for throwing off gimbaled weapons that are trying to target you. I'd usually put a shield cell which you can quickly quickly recharge your shields. That's what I was going for. should get an interdictor and try and interdict someone. Maybe that's for try that in a bit. I don't know where they put the kill warrant scanners. Must be utility maps, I'm sure it was, but I don't think they've got. Clearly not selling them here. A kill warrant scanner basically checks a target for warrants outside of the system you're in. So let's put. Put them on 2 on that group. Take them off. There we go. So I've got fire group on of my pulse lasers and my multi-cannon, so I can fire them independently of each other, which is what you want to do. Right, let's go bounty hunting. SKC Diamond Chat asked if the DLC is worth it. Yeah, I think it's worth it. It's kind of become a core part of the game, and I think it's you don't need it if you don't want to do those things, but I think it just gives you more options, and that's ultimately a good thing. The Lonzy Show in the chat asked if you can buy it separately, just on its own. No, you have to. It's the base game, and then the Horizon's on top of it. One, then the other, or both at the same time. Your choice, but yeah, you can't just play Horizons on its own. Whoops. Yeah, probably should have looked before I... Let's go hunt some bounties. The only place in the system really that can definitely be said that there's going to be some there is the nav beacon, which is where all traffic coming into the system will jump in there. That's where we jumped in. So we can scan people as they arrive and see if anyone is wanted. If you like this video, or indeed like anything on our YouTube channel, then please feel free to just subscribe to it and see everything else we put up. Good stuff. Or head over to pushsquare.com and see all the latest news, reviews, features, and all that sort of stuff in the world of PlayStation. Got chaff on that one, is it? It's deployed chaff. I think you can map it. I think I had it mapped to... Yeah, definitely to map the chaff to something. I think I put it on... That's the one. Circle, then L1. So let's just map that before I get myself into trouble. Oh, you can absolutely remap everything on this. All this stuff. Use chaff launcher, and I want it to be that. Oh, that's not it. Which one was it? Miscellaneous. That was it. Alright, so I want it to be... There we go. Apply that. Back in, then it should be on that. Yeah, there we go. Circle, then L1, use chaff launcher. Right, let's go. Kevin Brown in the chat says he's enjoying the game but can't figure out a kind of black box retrieval Retrieval mission. Generally what the best thing to do is you get to the system where you've got the mission is supposedly located, scan the nav beacon, and it should give you an idea of the general area, and then you've got to fly there, fly around, look for unidentified signal sources, and then find the one that's related to your mission. And it should be there, he says. If it's a specific black box, but they can also find black boxes just by looking at unidentified signal sources, and it's generally the one I think that says it gives you an indication there's been some destruction there. You'll come across a wrecked ship and there'll be stuff floating around in space for you to pick up. Douglas in the chat asked if you can how to combat and can you kill other players. We're going to do some combat now, so you get a chance to look at it, and yes, you can kill other players as much and as often as you want, but beware, because you will get a bounty on your head as well. It expires and the police will be after you, but oh, we've got to do the loop of shame. We're going to have to do it. Yeah, bye-bye. There we go, we missed it. Yeah, there's consequences to taking out players, but I mean, you can hang out in low security systems and wait for people to pass through and go for them. As I had happened to me on the Xbox last week, where I basically had to use everything in my power to get away from a player in a much better ship than me. Got away with like 20% hull left, and they chased me all the way across that system to one of the stations. Can't see other players on the scanner at the moment. Maybe everyone's finally spreading out. Oh, a bit too quick. There we go. There we go. So, switch to the fire group with all my guns. Oh, let's scan the nav beacon so I can show Kevin Brown in the chat how you do it. So basically you just got to target it, fly towards it. Oh, missed it. Oh, I think I've always scanned this one. Or I've got all the information in the system, there's no reason for me to scan it. Yeah, it won't let me do it. So you should just get close to it like this, and the scanner in the bottom left should start working, and then it should hopefully give you an indication. It's probably one of the other criticisms I'd have of this game. Sometimes the missions are not very clear in what you need to do about them. Anyway, so... oh, there we go. Anyway, right, so let's see who's here. Anaconda. So what we're doing is we're scanning these ships. On the bottom left, see it working. Are they wanted? No, he's clean, so if we attack him, we will be in trouble. Vulture. Oh, wanted, but they're in a wing of 3. So they'll all be wanted, so we'll follow them, because we may still get something off the back of this. Because if the security services show up, we could get involved in this and get some bounty off the back of it. So we'll keep them here and we'll see if the security services show up before they jump out. We'll try not to crash into them either. Oh, here we go. Someone's shooting at them now, I think. Here we go. Deploy. So let's find one that's taking damage. Their shield's taking hits. So to get the bounty, you don't actually just have to destroy it yourself. You just have to do a bit of damage. So if we let their shields go out before we get involved. So as soon as I shoot them, they'll go aggro on me. This is the police who have intercepted these and are going for them. And I'm doing them. Cowardly approach to it. It's also the safest. Especially when there's a wing of 3, because they'll all go for you. And my ship isn't. Another one's taking more damage. Yeah, Federal Security Services are all here. That one looks like it's ever taking more damage. So they're attacking this guy. The police are taking a bit of time on this one. That will probably mean they're pretty good, so we'll get more money. Right, the shields are down. They're taking hull damage at quite a clip, so I think this is for us to step in. Here we go. So I'm firing my multi-cannons. Don't shoot the police because they will be very upset with you. There he goes down, so we should get the money once he goes. There we go, 49k. There we go, got promoted. There's still some more action, but I'm not going to get round in time because he's nearly dead. Oh well. Didn't get any more actions. Let's put our... So there's some cargo being dropped by them. We can probably have a look at. What have we got? Some materials which are basically for crafting, so I can pick up those. Some shield sensors, worn shield emitters and phase alloys. So that's it. If you're going to play this game starting out, my tip is to do exactly what I did there.
Yes.
Oh God, Alexa's doing, oh not Alexa, Siri's doing a thing on my iPhone. Yeah, so head to the navigation beacon, look for someone, follow them until the police get involved, and then jump in for just one punch and then collect your money. It's the safest way early on, and you can get a bit of cash quite quickly. Anyway, let's go and get these materials. Right, cargo scoop. Slow down because I don't want to destroy it. There we go. Chat asking if there are any enhancements for Pro. Yeah, there is an improvement in various effects on the ships and other things for Pro. You've got, say, as showed earlier, you've got a performance option or a quality option, so you can have it run smoother or get the graphical bells and whistles going. A little wave. Oh, there we go, got it anyway. Bounced it around a bit. We won't collect everything else because that's nice and interesting. Not the most interesting live stream. Let's see what else we've got here. So, got security. More security. Generally, if you follow them around, they'll start, I guess, homing in on someone and doing them some damage. Let's look at my promotion message to mostly harmless. Oops, boost. That's one thing you've got to be careful about, pressing that circle button, because it also is the same button you need to press, or press that and something else to get your landing gear down. And the number of commanders who have boosted into the back of a space station doing that are quite a few. Oh, there's a new arrival. Let's see what they've... Oh no, they've gone. They've jumped. That's one there. That's federal. The feds. I mean, one of the good things I like about Elite is that because of various shortcomings of the game itself, a community sprung up around it. They've kind of filled the hole. So there's player-run events. There's an explorers group that's running in a couple of weeks on the PS4. Basically a tour of interesting sites of the galaxy, and they've got it all planned out, what days they're going to do different areas, give you time to go between each bit. So that's pretty cool, and it's something I'm probably going to get involved in when it starts running in a couple of weeks. There's also the Fuel Rats, who are a group of players that you can run out of fuel basically and get stuck in the middle of nowhere, and your only recourse is to self-destruct. If you contact them via their website, they will fly out to you with fuel limpets and refuel you, therefore saving you from... Right, they've seen someone, so it's on. Who are they heading for? Oh, I thought I'd seen someone. They generally only go like that. And there's something going down. Sidewinder. Wanted, and they're on their own. I'm taking them myself. Close the gap, get in behind him. Need to get close really for those guns to be effective. Let's continue with the pulse lasers. You can target subsystems of the ships. So, for example, if I want to say, right, I want to take, hit their drive, so let's target their drive, so then it'll give me the target. I need to hit a bit of their drive that I need to hit to basically disable it, so you can knock out. So there's the drive's there. You can try and knock out their drive. There we go. Let's say they're a bit of an easy target for me to take, so I could take them on my own without the security services, but so resort only 5k for that. How much have I got? It's about 55k. Hand in the system. Is there anyone else? I do wonder if there's a low security system near here that maybe I can try and wait for another player to show up in and get them. Well, there's a couple of community goals, they'll be worth doing, because they generally pay out quite large. So yeah, that would definitely worth doing. Federation, democracy, supply system data. Sometimes you don't have system data, you have to buy it or scan it yourself, so it is a immune security system, so not low security. Let's not worry about that. I don't want to upset another player. Actually, let's go and land on the planet, that might be something worth doing. Let's see if there's maybe somewhere I can hand in. Hand in my bounties there as well, so kill two birds with one stone. These are the ones I can land on. Prohibited trade data. Ah, there's where we want to go. Rennie Arsenal. So let's go and land on this planet.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
We'll go for a bit of a drive around on the surface as well. I say if you have any more questions about Elite Dangerous, feel free to fire them into the chat and I'll do my best to answer you. And I'm going to overshoot this again because I'm not paying attention. I was looking at the bloody chat. So many loops, a shame. So many. Are there any players? No, I can't see any players. So let's keep our speed at a reasonable level so we don't end up damaging ourselves coming out of... There we go. That should be nice. And this is where you then get Orbital Flight and then Atmospheric Flight, which has a different flight model.
Orbital Flight engaged.
And it handles differently. So it's a 0.24 G world, so therefore it's not going to be too hard for me to land. And it hit 3G, and my god, it's a recipe for crashing. So luckily this one's not too bad. I do like the understated soundtrack as well of Elite Dangerous. I find it very relaxing. Well, it's coming in a bit fast there.
Delacey Alpha Papa Hotel. This is a federal port. Follow all SFC regulations while docking.
So we're going to dock here. I'm going to hand in my thing, my bounties. Just so in case I kill myself, I don't lose them. If you die, you lose any bounties you've not handed in. I'll go down a bit lower, then loop back. Captain Picard in the chat asked if this is any good. Like I say, I'd be right up your alley. Captain Picard, a bit of space adventure. It's a game that will appeal a lot, and certain people will like a lot, and other people will hate with a passion. As I said earlier, there's no real direction as to what you're doing. You've got to kind of essentially find your own way, decide what you're going to do yourself. So as a result, some people don't like that, others do. So whatever your poison is, I guess that's the... that would be your answer, I guess. Which of those two you fall into? Oh, got to be the other side of 3. Come back around. Know some players that enjoy flying their ships down canyons on worlds. Or racing across the plains in their SRV.
Scan detected.
Is there a lot of stuff to do, Captain Picard's asking? Yeah, I mean, there's plenty. There's, you know, you can bounty hunt, you can smuggle, you can trade, you can shoot other players. You can take passengers on sightseeing, you can go to the edge of the galaxy to explore, you can take part in community goals, you can have other players in your ship with you. You can wing up with them and take on, you know, go and mine asteroids.
Landing gear deployed.
There's a lot to do. But if you do any one of it for a long time, it can become a bit of a grind. So it's important that you mix things up, I think. At least that's my personal view for a happier, elite, dangerous life. This is where I find that actually it was the right way around the other time. Oh no, I read that right. Right, so let's hand in my bounties before I go and land somewhere else on this planet for a bit of a drive.
Incoming message.
Reputation change with one of the factions. So your reputation gets better, you get better missions that pay more, so it can be worthwhile finding a system that works for you and, you know, spending a bit of time there, building up your reputation, getting better missions. My personal favourite on the Xbox was a system called Frey that had a pristine metal ring for asteroid mining. I got my reputation quite high on that one. So let's refuel, restock my guns. I mean, actually interested in these community goals. Now, community goals are really good ways to get paid because it's a collective thing that depends all the players to one area to do something. So we've got... These are all the ones in progress. Safe haven. So this one, for example, they want you to... what's it saying? That's a peacekeeping initiative centred on the Aravat system. That's one of the ones close to where you start. Well, not too far from where you start. Combat pilots for support. Authorised Armada to reward those who support the initiative. On-worlds, handing in bounty vouchers at Cleve Hub. Now, if you see here, once you hit a tier, the tiers down there, and all the community hit the tiers by doing it, you get certain rewards at each level. And generally, on some of the kind of ones I've done, this like runs into 600,000k, for doing just getting the top 100%. So basically just contributing anyway. And when you think that what my bank balance is currently sat at 824k, add another 600 for just handing a couple of bounties over there, it's well worth it. The one bad thing about them is because all the players are going there, so do the players that want to kill other players, so they can be quite dangerous in terms of getting ganked by someone, but they're generally worth the risk, and I think I'll be heading over there for a look later. So in fact, let's see where it is. See how far away. Let's search. That. It. I think it's that. There we go. There it is. So that's my route. I can actually make it there without refueling. So it's not too far, and that's well worth going over there to hand some of that in. So how many jumps are we looking at? 11 jumps. That's pretty good. But hey, that's not what we're doing now. Actually, I'm going to pick it up just so I can... sign up for this. There we go, signed up. Appeal for domestic appliances, consumer technology and clothing. There's some another system there. Where are all the other ones? See if there's any other ones close by. Kevin in the chat says it's missing a plot. There is a kind of an overt plot, but there is, as I said before, this threat of the Thargoids, which is driving some story discoveries, but I guess players have to go really looking for them personally. I've not really looked at much of it because it's not something I felt comfortable getting involved in, because it was with a number of high level players there, it kind of put me off a bit. But I think on the PS4 I'm likely to get involved. So it looks like they've put some community goals in just around the starting area where everyone's kind of starting the game, to give everyone the chance to have a go. So it might be worthwhile hitting all 4 and making an absolute killing. That's going to be... I know what I'm doing then over the weekend. Right, anyway, enough of that. Let's go for a drive. I didn't want to go in, I wanted to launch.
Docking completed. Ground crew have been dispatched. Welcome, Commander. Ship released. You are clear for takeoff.
Oh, there's a player behind us. Right, so let's fly out. Let's fly over this ridge here, and then we'll land. And he says, hoping that that ridge is not too far away. John Carlo in the chat asked if it's VR. No, there is no VR support for the PlayStation at the moment. It seems like it's something Frontier are open to, but they've got no announcements yet from what I've read. They have supported other VR headsets on the PC, so they do know what they're doing with it, so I guess time will tell. I might put my ship lights on actually. There's fighters as well, so you can have ships where you can deploy fighters from, so you can have another player go out in the fighter while you stay in the mothership, or vice versa. So it's some quite cool stuff you can do. You can see the flight isn't as smooth as up in space for obvious reasons. So it judges around, and you have to keep an eye on the altitude on the right, lest you end up a smear on the surface of this planet. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing the VR isn't in here. I think it'd be a perfect game, but at the same time, I kind of understand that I want to get it out there first, and maybe it would take a bit more work. Right, seems like as good a place as any, and then just got to find somewhere flat. Chat asked if I played it on PC. No, I played, oh god knows how many hours, 100 plus easy on the Xbox One version. Unsuitable. Unsuitable. There we go. And we're down. Oh no, we are down now. Where are we? Roll panel. Roll panel. There we go. Here we go. Captain Picard in the chat, you can own multiple ships. Yeah, you can own a few different ones. Now, and basically leave them parked up. And there's my ship. Oh, just spin out quite easy, so it's a bit. Have a look at my ship from the front. Yeah, my ship lights on. So you've got the Waze scanner at the bottom, which can help you find things to, well, resources, I guess. You've got a, oh, that's it, that's the boost, so you can do a jump in your, oops, damaged it a little bit then. You've got a turret, which you can basically shoot at things with. You can free aim it, but I'm trying to remember how you do that. Is it? I can't remember. That's the SRV. Oh, around. Now, how the hell do you go to the turret? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. So what I'm going to do... where the hell is that as well? I think I'm not close enough to it. Handbrake. How the hell did they put the handbrake on? Okay. Didn't even know there was a handbrake. Go to show how much I know. Right, so... remember how you do all this. Is it this? Ah, there we go. So you can actually get your ship to fly into orbit and then come back for you when you want it somewhere else. Yeah, the chat is saying hit L3. Yeah, that's what it was, but it isn't on this. It's boost on this, so I'm going to have a look at the controls. So yeah, it's best to dismiss your ship because other players who aren't very nice can destroy it while it's on the ground, whereas if you dismiss it, they can't. They can't actually get to it. Turret controls. Handbrake, headlights. Turret square. There we go. And now we know. There we go, and you can then shoot with your turret like this. Right, so let's go so we can find something for a bit of a journey. There's something on the wave scanner over here. It's quite cool doing like just a big boost when you're took a bit of damage. Got something here. There's something. An outcropping. Scoop. Come on. I'm getting stuck on that outcropping. There you go. Okay, I can sell that iron. Some nickel. And some sulfur for good measure. And we'll keep on our way again. So yeah, there's been various alien artifacts discovered on planets and things. You can go and visit those. I think this week they found an actual Thargoid base that was uninhabited, so there's been a bit of excitement in the elite world over that. Ugandan Toad in the chat asked him, he's got a fetch quest for tobacco but he doesn't know where to find it. There's a website you want to use. If you go to pushsquare.com, on the front page there's an article for tips for beginners. At the very bottom of that article there's a link to a database website. I think it ends .io, and basically you can search for commodities there and it will tell you the nearest place to where you are that sells it. So just enter it in there and you're on the way straight away. Don't feel bad about cheating. I never do on that sort of thing. You could spend ages trying to hunt it down and not be successful, so I don't see it as cheating in Elite to use such sites. Whoa! So yeah, you can drive round. There's nothing really here. I've just stopped at a random place, so unsurprisingly. The wave scanner, is there actually something there? Bit of a signal on the wave scanner. God, I've done 20% damage to this already. That's not a great place to be. Actually, let's find somewhere flat and I can call my shit back in before I do myself an injury. Okay, right. Here it comes. That's over there. Uganatone in the chat says there's a way to search in the galaxy map. Yeah, there is. You've got to look for I guess, an agricultural system or something that would likely to have it. So you can search for systems that are more likely to have it, but you could get them, find they don't. So, as I said, use this website and you can't go far wrong. Was a bit far away, wasn't it? The nearest flat spot. I've really got to be gentler with this. If I do it and my character an injury. The website for finding anything basically from commodities to trade routes is a website. It's eddb.io. It's Elite Dangerous Database, it stands for eddb.io, and you can search for anything on there, literally anything in Elite. There's a link to a few other websites on my beginners article that I put on the site yesterday, so you can head to Psvr and see a few more sites on there. I think it's got inara.cz, which is a good kind of tracker tool for commanders. There's a one for shipbuilding and a link to the fuel rats should you run out of fuel. Let's go back into the ship. I'm forgetting, so I don't really do much of this in the past. Proceed to boarding point. Helm. No, that's not it. What am I doing wrong here? Is it on something on here? No, not that. Missing something. Pain drive assist, report crimes. Oh, I swear I can't bloody remember how to get back in now. I'm sure it was straightforward, he says. my thing. That's not it. Ah, board ship. There's. It's got the right. Ah, there we go. Oh, there we go. I never remember from the end. Let's get out of here. Yeah, at the moment there's no planets with life on them. It's all barren worlds like this. But you know, they're always adding to the game all the time. But I imagine having fully realised worlds with vegetation and life forms is a massive undertaking, especially when you've got the size of galaxy as this does. So I guess if you've not seen it, to give you an idea of how big the galaxy actually is, this is where I am. This is the galaxy. These are the stars you can go to if you so wish. Yeah, quite a few. Power to engines, get us out of the atmosphere. I guess a question for the chat, what should we do next? More bounty hunting, a bit of a journey to the community goal. Actually, let's head towards the community goal. If I see another player, we'll try and kill them, just to finish it out on a downer note as I try and set upon an unsuspecting sidewinder. Shannon in the chat says kill something. I like your style, Shannon. Nearly out of the atmosphere soon. Oh, well that'll help me get out sooner if I don't have my landing gear down. Covering myself in glory, making myself look good, overshooting targets and forgetting how to board my shit from SRV and leaving my landing gear down. How high above the planet are we now? Yeah. Quite high. Infamous in the chat asked how much customization there is. There's quite a bit. You can customise your character, you can customise the spacesuit they wear, the decals on your ship, nameplates, skins, body kits with more fancy bits to it. You can customise all the modules in your ship. You can fly a ship around with no shields if you so wish, and have loads of other stuff. Basically, it's all entirely up to you how you build it. There's engineering, where you can visit engineers who can improve parts with crafting and other kind of random roles on getting improvements. So there's loads and loads of customization. You can spend a lot of time tricking out a ship, and there's a fair few different ships in the game, from the lowly Sidewinder you start into kind of the beluga passenger transports that are basically, as the name suggests, they're very slow to turn and not good in the fight. I don't think they can fight. I'm not sure if they even have hard points to fight. Chat are asking what size the game is. I think it was about 12 gig download, so not a big game by any stretch. And it's correctly assumed in the chat, a lot of it is procedurally generated, though they do map our kind of, I guess, night sky accurately. So it's quite good from that aspect. Right, if only, let's get to Super Cruise.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
The chat ask if I like Imperial or Federal ships better. I spent a lot of time in the Federal space, so I have a soft spot for them, though there are some cool Imperial ones as well. I may go Imperial this time. That's probably a good idea. I never quite got far enough to really get into any of the faction ships per se. I was playing at my own pace, but maybe the time's now. Time's right. Captain Picard asks who the bad guys are. The bad guys are whoever you want them to be. You can be a bad guy if you want to. Let's head towards that community goal, and I bet you we find a player we can gank. So that's jump 1. One of 11. Ooh, there's some discoveries to be made in this system. So if I get my discovery scanner out, do a quick scan. Oh no, nothing to be found. Is there anything actually here? A couple of unexplored worlds, which I could scan for money. Let's do that actually. Let's go and might as well, while we're here, scan the stars, get some explorer credit. Okay, scanning. Bring M, red dwarf star. It's an anarchy system. Is there a nav beacon here? No, it's just stars really, not really much here to do. So let's head towards our next jump point. It's a medium security system and I am clean in it, so I'm not going to get into trouble. there's any nav beacons, we'll drop out of them and see if we can find a player. It's a medium system, so I don't really want to do that because we'll get into trouble.
Frameshift drive charging.
All this is low security, it might be another option. Captain Picard and chat is running at 60 frames a second. I don't think it is, he says. Though don't quote me on that because I haven't got any evidence one way or another. I will look into it ahead of my review, but from my perspective it feels pretty smooth. You see some jittering during hyperspace like this where it's clearly just loading in the next system. But it runs fine, it's better. It runs better than the Xbox One version, which I guess is not unsurprising, albeit with that screen tearing that seems to crop up occasionally. But not consistently, which is very odd. Well, there's nothing here. Nothing here at all.
Frameshift drive charging.
A rip slap in the chat asking if it's PS4 Pro. Yes it is. I'm playing on the Pro. I think I'm playing it on quality settings, not performance, so it can run better than this if you change it to the performance setting. The point of planets, question in the chat, there's various things, there can be missions there, so there's outposts you can attack, there's ships you can destroy, bits to mine, there's alien artifacts to find on certain areas of the galaxy. So there's bits to do. It's not quite as fully fleshed I think as I'd like, but there we go, some scan data. I could go around the system and scanning all these and I'd get money when I handed it in, but it does not make for a good live stream.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, a compromised nav beacon. I'm trying to remember what they actually mean. I'm sure it's fascinating, whatever it is. So you got these unidentified signal sources, which are other kind of encounters you can drop into. So there's weapons fire detected here, there's threat level 1. So there's probably going to be a fight going on you can get involved in if you so wished. I can't see any other players really around here. So might as well just move on to the next jump. 6 jumps to go, so we're nearly halfway there. Actually, let's drop in its nav beacon and see if there are any players here. Chat asking if this is the default control scheme. Yes it is. I'm using just a standard DualShock 4 controller. No HOTAS setup though. Oh, that'd be good in the future. I might have to invest in one of those. But yeah, it plays fine. I have no issues with it. Though, as I said earlier on the stream, this learning curve on this game is quite brutal. So expect to get a bit frustrated early on as you learn kind of how to dock and do other bits and pieces. See if there's any other players here. No. Busy. Can't see any players. Scan this compromised nav beacon. Actually, I can't scan it for whatever reason. Let's move on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, there is HOTAS support on PS4. Who's asking in the chat? It's for one specific Thrustmaster. I think it's Thrustmaster 4 stick. It's only one, so you need to be careful, obviously, that it isn't just any. I think it's the one that came with the War Thunder, is it? The air combat game. So yeah, there is HOTAS support, one for one specific HOTAS only. I best double check I'm not going to run out of fuel after I plotted my route, so no, alright, I'm not going to run out of fuel, I can make it.
Frameshift drive charging.
The chat has erupted into the usual discussion of this when this game comes up of No Man's Sky or this. As evidenced by the very clever people in the chat, No Man's Sky is more of a survival game. This is kind of a more in-depth space sim. For my own sensibilities, I was very disappointed by No Man's Sky. As I said earlier, the hand-holding in terms of the flight model just was not for me. Therefore, Elite is much more up my alley. But hey, you know, that might not be you. No. As I said before, this game. Oh, there's a player. There's a player. And then with a low security system as well. Oh no, they're jumping out. There they go, they've gone. If I only had an interdictor.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh crap, no, 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 no.
Ready to engage.
This is bad, this is bad. Turn it off, turn it off. Ooh. Right. Just to say what happened then. I was too close to the sun and I engaged my hyperdrive and my heat was, it's a little heat in the top left of my scanner, 41% now. I basically tried to engage my hyperdrive, which boosts your heat significantly, while I was close to the sun, and that is suicide. So I would have taken damage to my modules. You can see that they took heat damage, which I'm going to need to repair. Actually, it's quite cool. I'll show you. Say something you can do. It doesn't really help me in this situation, but it's quite a cool thing to do. I'll slow down and show you. So yeah, things like that can happen even to experienced players like myself if you're not paying attention. You can get canopy breach, where you have basically on life support and you have to get back before you run out of oxygen. So yeah, it's a game where you can get a lot of full sense of security. But, you know, you get yourself into trouble, there's various bits you can do, there's various modifications. There's also this reboot repair, where you can basically help try and repair things a little bit, but you have to take everything offline, and the animation for it's quite cool, so
Diagnostic repair sequence initiated.
show how it works. So if you have any modules damaged, that will basically repair it. But it leaves you vulnerable doing it, so you don't really want to do it where someone's going to get you. Right, we can jump now. Whoa! I've never seen this before. What system? What is this? I am interested.
Hull integrity. Warning. Daily damage.
God, I'm getting... What the hell system is this? Where the hell am I? And what is here? This is a white dwarf star. So basically it's a lot warmer than other stars. Hence why flying towards it was a very, very bad idea. So yeah, everyone, that's what a white dwarf looks like. That's something else, isn't it? I guess that kind of illustrates again what I like about this game, the unexpected. That I don't know I've never come across one of them before. That is something else. But managed to damage myself again. Brilliant. I might have to go and repair myself. I don't want to get myself into too much of a problem. Let's go to here.
Frameshift drive charging.
We'll dock repair, and there's a resource extraction site, so we might go there for spotted bounty hunting to finish things off. Jesus. I may blow up. I may not get out of this. Oh, it's cooling down, but I took a lot of damage getting out of that. Jesus. Whew, I'm sweating a bit now. I bet my modules are not in a good place. Well, they're not too bad. I mean, that's the chaff launcher took the most. Mr. Chatter's black holes. Yes, that was asked earlier as well. Yeah, there are black holes. There's all sorts of cosmic phenomena you can find. Some resource extraction sites here, so there might be some bounty hunting. It's quite close to the station as well. So we might head into the ring once we've repaired ourselves and sorted ourselves out. Good to refuel as well before I forget. There's something just about the act of flying Elite Dangerous that I find really relaxing, and just going on a journey is enough to kind of get something out of that as well. Flight assist on or off, the chat are asking. I'm an assist on person. I cannot get on with flight assist off, though I hear it is the only way to fight. Though I probably should try and learn. Here we go. So I need to remember to ask for permission to land this time.
LAC Alpha Papa Hotel. Comms link established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander. Request approved. Set down on landing pad 3-6.
Landing gear deployed.
You're on course, Commander. Ground crew are on standby.
Oh, bit of a wobble then.
If you're unable to complete docking procedures within your time slot, you will need to exit the bay.
Right, let's repair the damage I managed to do to my ship. Refuel. Actually, the repair bill wasn't that bad, to be honest, so let's just double check. I'd like to get the paintwork done. Give it the cost of extra 10. You start to need to restock anything. No, we've got everything we need. Right. I can't really see anything there. Well, let's go back out and we'll go to the asteroid ring around the planet and hunt some criminals again. Oh, actually, I'll just quickly show you the character customization. Yeah, so here's my dude. So you can change all sorts of things. I think you have to pay for a lot of these customization options. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff you can do on that front. See what other ships there are on sale here. Got the good old Sidewinder, Eagle, Hauler, Adder. I hate the Adder. I hate the view from the cockpit. It's awful. 5 Mark 3, Cobra Mark 3, which is what I'm rocking at the moment. Transport, Keelback, Aft Scout, Vulture, Asp Explorer. You see the kind of price of these, 17 million. So that's not all the ships, it's only a few of them. Oh, can I sell my scan data? I can sell some of it. Only about 4k. I didn't really scan any of the planets, which you can, if you find a more interesting world, you'll get more for it. Right, let's head to the ring around this planet. Red Slapper in the chat is leaving us. Goodbye, thanks for joining us. Say, be sure to like and subscribe because, you know, I'm on YouTube. Google actually make you say that. If you do anything on Google on YouTube, you have to say that.
System shut down. Enjoy your visit, Commander. Ship released. You are clear to leave.
A bit sloppy coming out in the middle. Whoa. Probably for the best. Where was that planet? With a ring around it. It wasn't far away, was it?
Scan detected.
It's not there.
Frameshield charge detected.
Where was it? There you go. There's various resource extraction sites. Some more dangerous than others. Oh, it was there, that is it.
Cannot comply.
Yeet Boy in the chat is asking what I'm doing for money. The main bit that I've used to get up to kind of 800k in only a few hours is, and get a coder as well, is bounty hunting. Keep an eye out for any missions that pay a lot for a short distance, and also just plenty of bounty hunting. It's the easiest way to get money quickly, in my opinion, early on.
Landing gear retracted.
In fact, there's a whole guide I've written about it on pushsquare.com right now on the front page. So if you want all the details and my foolproof approach to bounty hunting, then head over there. High. Ooh. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Conflict zone. Where are the res sites? Go high. That means there's a lot of action at it. But hazardous are the most dangerous. Yeah, you can see the bit of tear in there. It's pretty, not pretty annoying. It's slightly annoying. Yeet Boy has my tactic down for when you start out elite. Don't attack the ships yourselves. Let the cops do all the work. Get a couple of shots in as their hull reaches low single digits, and you'll get the bounty. Just, yeah, let the cops do the work. That's what they're there for. It also helps you take on enemies that are way above your ability. And here we are, so we'll see if there's anyone here we can kill for a bounty. Oh no, here's just some authorities. So there are some cops here. So you can come here and do mining, which is a whole other skill set and can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Actually, number one tip on asteroid mining: just don't do it on the dark side of a moon because you can't see the asteroids till you crash into them. Captain Picard saying kill the cops. I don't want to do that. I've got a reputation in this galaxy to maintain. If there's another player I would. They'll be clean. EGP operatives usually are. So much for a hazardous or sidewinder. No, they're mining, so they're not going to be clean. So they're doing a spot of mining over there. It's pretty quiet here, all things considered. Leah M asks, can you land on planets? Yes, you can. You actually missed me earlier, tooling around in my SRV on the surface of a planet. All things said, this is disappointingly quiet for a high-res location. Though if this cop leaves, I'll probably go for that Sidewinder and blast them to bits.
Scan detected.
They're scanning me. They've deployed hard points, but they won't want. I haven't got anything worth taking, so they'll leave me alone. They go, well, you were a complete waste of my time and effort. Infamous in the chat asked if mining's any good. It's a good way to make money. It can be tricky because you have to take into account all sorts. It's easy to do, but hard to do quickly. If you get my meaning. So the actual mechanics of doing it isn't that hard, but doing it consistently, finding the right stuff that's worth the most money, and collecting it quickly are the challenges on it. God, it's dead out here. Where is everybody? God, it's quiet. That's disappointing. Right, let's continue on with the journey, I think, since there's no one here. And the hunt for a player to shoot. And a reputation to ruin. Whoa, asteroid. Oh, mass slots as well. Not much love for No Man's Sky in the chat at the moment. God, we've been going over 2 hours. I should wrap this up. Right, that's like a mass lock.
Charging.
Captain Picard asked if you can delete your character, start again if you ruin your rep. The bounties on you are temporary, so you can pay them off. If you get destroyed, it gets wiped. There's all sorts of nuances around it, but it doesn't stay with you forever, so you can. There's a consequence, but it's a short-term consequence. It's not something that's going to stay with you forever. Though there are members in the community that get a reputation as notorious gankers, and if they're in the area, everyone just steers clear of them. Oh, there's a couple of players here. It's a shame I haven't got an interdictor. It's hairy old Gilbert. He's going somewhere. If he's jumping out. That's the trouble, this is a bit of a transit point, so no one's really stopping here. So if I had an interdictor, I could pull him out of Super Cruise and jump on him, but I haven't got one. I don't think there's a nav beacon here. Oh, there is a nav beacon. There seems to be players around here, so maybe there'll be someone at the nav beacon. If you have a bounty on your head, if people scan you, they'll see you're wanted and they can get it by destroying you. And in answer to another question from Liam, you do have to have certain, not paying attention, certain things installed on your ship. You need the planetary approach suite, you need the vehicle vehicle bay on your... Oh, someone's interdicting me. Right, well, it's on, I've submitted. So who have we got? He is competent, right. Imperial Eagle. There we go. You're having it. See, while I was looking for to interdict someone interdicted me. It's not another player, fortunately, it's an NPC, so... more power to weapons. Keep it in the blue. Getting close, I'm giving the guns. I think I got this. Your shields are recharging. And goodbye.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, 12k for the trouble. Actually, since I'm here, I might as well get these components. It'll help me when I do the engineering. Right. Gotta escape.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Oh, missed it. I'm not having a great game in certain aspects of this at the moment. Nearly burning myself up in the sun and missing quite a straightforward cargo scoop. There we go. Get this one as well since it's lined up nicely. Oh, there we go. What I'll do, we'll head to this beacon, and then if there's no player there, I'm going to call it a day, because we've been going for over 2 hours, and that's way longer than I normally go on these streams.
Cargo scoop retracted. Ready to engage.
So yeah, if you have any questions or about playing Elite, or you're struggling with anything yourself, find us to chat, because it's probably your last opportunity before I call it a day on this stream. If you're interested in what I'm going to be live streaming next, I've decided I'm going to do a complete playthrough, not in one sitting, mind, I'm not suicidal, of Wolfenstein The New Order, since I'm really looking forward to the sequel later this year, based on what I saw in E3. So yeah, subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for it when it goes up. I'll try and do the first episode, I think, over the weekend at some point. A lot of players here, you can see all those hollowed out contacts, so chances are we may find someone at this nav beacon. So a question that keeps coming from the chat tonight so far is about PSVR support. There is none at the moment, though Frontier are apparently not against it, but they've got nothing to announce at this time, so I guess it's quite a way out, which is a bit disappointing, but not unexpected. And I guess it just seems a bit like a missed opportunity, because everyone seems to be asking about it. Right, let's see, there's another player. No, no sign of another player at the moment. There's a battle going on over there, though. Security response unavailable, so there's no police response at this beacon. Rokotansky. There's the name. And they're wanted, but they're deadly. So it's... seems like it's a Wild West out here with no police showing up. I'm getting scanned, but I've got no cargo, so they'll probably leave me alone. Since it's not worth it. What do you have in your cargo hold? Another empty cargo hold. My children will go hungry tonight. There's a player! There's a player! There you go. I'm wanted for assault. He's trying to get away. I'm sorry, Barmy Owl. Oh, he's used chaff. See, he's thrown my gimbaled weapons out because of the... He's running. He's running now. No, he's not. He's coming back around. I wanted to use my chaff, don't I, as well?
Under attack.
Whoa! That was... He took the shields off by crashing into me at speed. It's a case of who can get round another one quicker. That This is... Oh, he got me. And there we go. He must have put all power to his shields and then and then done me in. Anyway, so that cost me 23k of my money to rebuy everything as it was, so not the end of the world. And we're back in. And there we go, I'm back in. I should have I got... No, I died, so I'm not wanted. So yeah, that's it. That's Elite Dangerous on PS4 out this week. Thank you so much for joining me in the chat. It's been wonderful as ever. You've been fantastic. But feel free to subscribe to the channel and see what other live streams are coming up. As I said, I'm doing Wolfenstein The New Order. New Order, yes. A full playthrough of that ahead of the release in October of the sequel. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'm Alex Stinton from Push Square. You can follow me on Twitter at Alex Stinton, and you can find everything we do at pushsquare.com at, guess what? pushsquare.com. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Take care.